This may be one of Augusta's biggest convention hotels. But with a huge suite, 2 pools, and direct access to the Riverwalk, could it also be a great stay for families and teens?
Hey everyone, welcome back to This Teen Travels. I'm Mateo, and on this channel, I review hotels from a teen's perspective, covering everything that matters to you, from Wi-Fi speeds to pool vibes, gaming console hookups to the best amenities. I've got it covered. Whether you're planning a vacation or a staycation, I'll help you decide if the hotel's worth your time.
When my family was planning our summer road trip, Augusta was one of the places I suggested we visit. During the school year, 2 of my classmates and I completed a project about the Godfather of Soul, James Brown. While researching his life, I learned a lot about his connection to Augusta, and I became interested in seeing the city for myself. When my parents said Augusta could become one of our road trip stops, one of the first things I asked was whether we could visit the James Brown statue. This was our family's first time in Augusta and our first stay at the Augusta Marriott at the Convention Center. It's a massive downtown Augusta hotel made up of 2 towers, with the Convention Center connecting them in the middle. It also sits beside the Savannah River and connects directly to the Augusta Riverwalk. This was another stop on my epic summer 2025 road trip, where my family and I traveled for 19 days and stayed at 14 different hotels. From the moment we pulled up, several staff members greeted us and made us feel welcome. It had been a while since I stayed at a Marriott with Bell staff, and that immediately made the arrival feel a little more special. Inside the main lobby, 2 things stood out right away. The first was the huge staircase in the center of the room. The second was the hotel's signature scent. It was different from any other full-service Marriott I had stayed at, and it gave the lobby its own personality. At the bottom of the staircase was a comfortable seating area. Augustino's restaurant was on one side, while the front desk, hotel market, and elevators were on the other. Behind the staircase were more places to sit, along with Casey's Corner, the hotel's grab-and-go location serving Starbucks coffee, pastries, drinks, and snacks. The Augusta Marriott is even larger than it first appears, because it was originally 2 separate hotels. Marriott later bought and brought the buildings together and constructed the convention center between them. Today, the main tower and suites tower operate as one enormous hotel connected directly to the Augusta Convention Center. Jennifer, the front desk manager, greeted us when we arrived, and Aaron helped us check in. He explained the parking garage and gave us a map showing how to reach our room and the different hotel amenities. That map was genuinely useful. Our room was in the suites tower, so reaching it meant walking from the main tower through part of the convention area with so many hallways, meeting rooms, and event spaces. I can see why this Augusta Conference Hotel gets busy during major conventions and events. Although it is an older property, my first impression was that it was clean, well-maintained, and full of character. We originally booked a room with 2 double beds in the main tower, but we were upgraded to a suite with 2 queen beds and a sofa bed on the 5th floor of the suites tower. As soon as we entered, we walked into a separate living room with a sofa bed, an armchair, and a large TV. Having a full living area gave my family much more space than we expected and kept the suite from feeling crowded. In the center of the suite was the bathroom, which had a stand-up shower and some of the strongest water pressure I've experienced at a hotel. Across from the bathroom was a dry bar area with a larger than average mini fridge, which gave us plenty of room for drinks and anything we brought back to the room. Past the bathroom was the bedroom. It could be separated from the living room by closing a door, and included 2 queen beds, a small desk, and a second large TV. That separation was one of the suite's biggest advantages. Someone could watch TV or relax in the living room without taking over the bedroom. The beds were comfortable, the suite was clean, and there was more than enough space for our overnight stay. I also appreciated the vinyl flooring instead of wall-to-wall carpet. It felt cleaner and worked especially well for my dad and sister, who both deal with allergies. The room didn't have the newest Marriott design, but it was comfortable, well-maintained, and much more spacious than what we originally booked. The upgrade became one of the biggest highlights of our stay. The hotel Wi-Fi was easy to connect to on my phone, laptop, iPad, and Nintendo Switch. Using Ookla speed test from our suite, I recorded 45.6 megabits per second download and 42.4 upload. Those speeds were decent and worked well for browsing, streaming, and connecting my gaming devices. At the time of this review, the Augusta Marriott ranks number 22 on my hotel Wi-Fi speed leaderboard. You can find the complete rankings on thisteentravels.com. Since the suite had 2 TVs, I had a choice of where to connect my Nintendo Switch. The HDMI connection on the bedroom TV was harder to reach, so I used the TV in the living room instead. Connecting the Switch was quick and easy, and the separate living area gave me plenty of room to play without taking over the bedroom. For teens traveling with a console, the living room TV was definitely the better setup. The Augusta Marriott doesn't have just one pool, it has 2. The indoor pool is located in the suites tower, and includes both a swimming pool and a hot tub. There are plenty of chairs and tables around the deck, which made the area practical for families planning to spend more than a few minutes there. It also gives guests a pool option when the weather is rainy or cooler. The outdoor pool had a completely different atmosphere. It included plenty of loungers, side tables, and several tables with umbrellas. I liked the surrounding outdoor space, and it felt like a relaxing area to enjoy the warmer Augusta weather. Having both an indoor and outdoor pool gave this convention-focused hotel more flexibility than I expected. The fitness center was also a good size and didn't feel like an afterthought. It included treadmills, ellipticals, exercise bikes, weight benches, dumbbells, kettlebells, medicine balls, yoga equipment, a multi-gym, and a leg press. There was enough equipment for cardio, strength training, and stretching, along with plenty of room to move around. The hotel has several on-site food and drink options. Augustino's is its Italian restaurant and has been open since 1994. It's known for steaks and pasta, which are 2 of my favorite types of food. We didn't have the opportunity to eat there, but after seeing the restaurant, it's somewhere I would like to try during a future visit. For something quicker, Casey's Corner offers Starbucks coffee, drinks, pastries, snacks, and grab-and-go items. Because my dad is a Marriott Bonvoy Titanium member, we also had access to the Concierge Lounge. During the evening, it offered cheese, crackers, fresh fruit, spring rolls, cakes, and grab-and-go snacks. For breakfast, there were scrambled eggs, sausage, fruit, yogurt, cereal, and several types of bread. Michael and Imani, the lounge attendants, were excellent. They were welcoming, helpful, and shared useful information about Augusta with my family. For dinner, we walked downtown to Farmhouse, which is known for burgers and hand-spun milkshakes. My dad ordered the farm-style burger. My mom chose the grilled Yardbird, and I ordered the original grilled cheese with fries. Everything was delicious. It was casual, filling, and a great choice for our first dinner in Augusta. One of the hotel's biggest strengths is its location. If you're looking for a hotel in downtown Augusta that is walkable to the Riverwalk and connected directly to the convention center, this one checks a lot of boxes. About 5 minutes away is Augusta & Co., the city's visitor and experience center. It includes local merchandise, regional products, rotating artwork, and Augusta experts who can help visitors find restaurants, attractions, and lesser-known places around the city. The hotel also had an interactive Visit Augusta kiosk on its second floor during our stay. Broad Street runs through downtown and is lined with historic buildings, public art, restaurants, and independent businesses. The hotel also connects directly to the Augusta Riverwalk along the Savannah River, so we could begin exploring without getting back into the car. Around the Riverwalk and downtown, we found public art, the Morris Museum of Art, the Augusta Museum of History, and the 5th Street Freedom Pedestrian Bridge. Walking across that bridge gave me another first during the road trip. I crossed the Savannah River on foot from Georgia into South Carolina. The attraction I was most excited to see was the James Brown statue on Broad Street. After completing my school project about him, seeing the statue was one of the main things I wanted to do in Augusta. Unfortunately, when we reached its usual location, the statue was gone. It had been temporarily removed during construction of the James Brown Linear Park. We later learned it was being stored at the Augusta Museum of History, but it wasn't publicly displayed when we visited. I eventually discovered that I had missed the chance to see it by only about 3 weeks. That was disappointing, but exploring Augusta still helped me better understand James Brown's connection to the city. We found several other tributes and references to him throughout the downtown. For a one-night visit, we managed to experience quite a lot without traveling far from the hotel. Everything I mentioned, along with extra details and links, will be included in my full blog review on thisteenTravels.com. The Augusta Marriott at the Convention Center is best suited for families, conference guests, road trippers, and visitors who want to stay close to downtown Augusta's restaurants, museums, Broad Street, and the Riverwalk. It's also a strong choice for anyone attending an event at the Convention Center. Since it's directly connected to the convention space and has so many meeting rooms, I can definitely see why this hotel receives a lot of attention during major events like Masters Week. Its biggest strength is how much it offers in one location. We had a spacious suite, 2 pools, a hot tub, a well-equipped fitness center, concierge lounge access, on-site dining, and direct access to the Riverwalk. The location also allowed us to explore much of downtown Augusta without constantly returning to the car. The hotel may not have Marriott's newest design in every area, but it was clean, well-maintained, and had plenty of character. Features like the grand staircase and signature lobby scent helped give the property its own memorable personality. What made the biggest impression on me was the staff. Aaron made check-in easy. Jennifer welcomed us when we arrived, and Michael and Imani provided excellent hospitality in the concierge lounge. Hotels are made up of rooms, restaurants, meeting spaces, and amenities, but it's the people who make a stay memorable. The staff took the time to connect with us, share their knowledge of Augusta, and make my family feel welcome. My biggest regret is that we only stayed here for one night. I wish we had more time to enjoy the hotel and explore the city. So, can a convention hotel still be teen approved? Yes. Yes it can. The Augusta Marriott at the Convention Center is definitely This Teen Travels approved. It combined a comfortable family suite, useful amenities, an excellent downtown location, and some of the best hospitality we experienced during our road trip. I would gladly stay here again. Before I finish, I want to give a special thank you to Kat. I reached out to her before our stay, and she went above and beyond to make my family and me feel welcome. She took a chance on a teen hotel reviewer, and that meant a lot to me. Her personality helped make this day feel special before we'd even arrived. I also want to thank Brendan. He noticed me filming around the hotel, introduced himself, and took the time to speak with me. At a property this large and busy, I appreciated him making that personal connection. I also want to recognize Jennifer, Aaron, Michael, Imani, Christy, and everyone else at the Augusta Marriott who welcomed us and helped make our stay memorable. It has taken me longer than expected to complete this review. We stayed here almost a year ago, but this was one of those hotel experiences that stayed with me. I wanted to make sure I gave the hotel, its staff, and our first visit to Augusta the attention they deserved. Thank you to the entire Augusta Marriott team for making such a lasting impression on my family and me. Thanks for watching. This review isn't sponsored. This is my honest teen perspective. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more hotel reviews from a teen's perspective. If you like this review and you want to see more, you can click on another one of my hotel reviews right after this, especially if you're planning your next trip. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!